Migrant gang members just attacked a Border Patrol agent in New York City. And there's more to this story nobody's talking about.
Police say two men ambushed that agent in what appears to have been an attempted robbery. One of them now in custody being questioned. Homeland Security officials say that person of interest is an illegal migrant career criminal from the Dominican Republic with a rap sheet that includes a robbery and a stabbing earlier this year.
Police have the suspected shooter in custody. If we can go full screen on the video here of the alleged incident.
Oh, look, the two guys on the moped.
When we go through it, you can see two suspects police identify as pulling up on a moped there. This is near Riverside Park, okay? This is just before midnight. The officer was sitting on the rocks there, kind of near the water.
He's over here. It's blurry footage.
The shooter there walk up to where the federal officer is, the Border Patrol agent who was off duty. Go up, confront the off-duty agent there, and then you can see right there, shot fired, and then it appeared that shots were also exchanged there. The perp was also hit. He ends up limping back here in just a few seconds, in about 10, 15 seconds here, limping back to that moped.
This guy doesn't know what to do, the guy in the red.
Getting on there, you can see the driver of that scooter scrambling, trying to figure out what exactly to do, what kind of situation they just created for themselves here. Whole lot of trouble they're now in after doing that here. Cops back on the scooter. They flee the scene at this point. So let's bring up a picture here of one of the suspects. Police believe that this man, Miguel Mora, is the suspected shooter. Authorities say he crossed illegally into the country. Look at that picture up. There it is. He crossed illegally into the country through Arizona in 2023. Also,
so he's been here for 2 years.
Earlier of the incident through the Citizen app. The suspected shooter has 2 prior arrests for domestic violence in New York and an active warrant after not showing up for a court date. Also wanted on a robbery charge.
How is he not in jail?
December of 2024, and a felony assault, stabbing from January of this year, both occurring in the Bronx. He is in custody in the hospital, expected to be arrested today for both incidents. Right now, police believe the victim was not targeted in any specific way.
We have to be quick and swift to deal with those who believe they're going to inflict violence, not only on documented New Yorkers, but they are known to commit violence on undocumented New Yorkers.
Okay, all of that's true, but a great way to be quick and swift is to not be a sanctuary city, and that's a big part of the problem here that's not getting enough attention.
Hey, well, first, thanks for having me. First off, I'm very happy that the officer is going to be okay.
That's good
for him and his family. And I'm happy that he was able to return fire and take that individual down. You know, that just shows right there that there was a broken border policy. Now that we have an individual that came into the country illegally, was released on his own recognizance, and then just went on a crime spree. And if you look at all the times he's been arrested and released without any notification to ICE, and not only that, but what the mayor also failed to mention was the fact that he also has an active warrant in Massachusetts for armed kidnapping. And so that just shows that his crime spree went all over the Northeast untouched.
But where was he? New York, Massachusetts, places that protect illegal immigrants, which is who he was and where he could find other illegal immigrant criminals to team up with. But the way that these two gang members attacked this off-duty agent, the city's been warning that this type of crime and this pattern of crime has been common in New York City and exploding, and nothing's been done about it.
Tonight, New York City police are searching for a group of men they say are responsible for a series of brazen daylight robberies on mopeds over the weekend. Separate incidents in different parts of the city involving the use of electric scooters to quickly approach victims, strike, and then speed away. On Friday, the first attack caught on a security camera released by police. A 64-year-old man walking in the Chelsea neighborhood in Manhattan doesn't notice two men on mopeds approaching him from behind. One man gets off, allegedly grabs the $12,000 Rolex on the man's wrist, yanks it off, and appears to push the man to the ground. The victim runs after them, but can't keep up with the motorized scooters. The man suffered a few scrapes, but refused medical attention. Then on Saturday, a nearly identical crime, also caught on video footage released by the NYPD. Two young women walking near the famous Guggenheim Museum on the Upper East Side, attacked by two men on a scooter.
This is the exact same pattern of crime that these two gang members attempted to carry out on this armed Border Patrol agent who was not on duty. This epidemic of moped crime, it's been around for a long time. It's exploded here in this sanctuary city, and nobody should be surprised that gang members are still doing this. Even though Trump is president, they can do it here and get away with it, and they are.
Surveillance video obtained exclusively by Pix 11 News shows a disturbing trend. The victim, doing her normal routine, when out of nowhere, you see two men riding on a moped on the sidewalk, snatch her purse.
This is an everyday occurrence here.
She tries to hold on, but hits the sidewalk as the thieves get away without even slowing down.
This is terrible.
This is how quickly it could happen to anyone walking down a street.
And this is in broad daylight.
To this woman,
that's super scary. I mean, I just think about my parents walking down the street and that happening to them.
Police say they have been tracking a surge in robberies and other violent crimes where mopeds are being used as a quick escape.
But nothing's been done about it. That MSNBC report, that was from 2 years ago. This was within the last year. It's been an epidemic for years. And what these criminals do with the phones and valuables they steal will shock you.
They walked across the border for a better life.
No, they didn't.
Now they are walking out in handcuffs.
Yes, they are.
Police say their American dream was to commit crime. Anything you want to say for yourself? How did these migrants end up on the wrong side of the law? Police say it did not happen overnight and that they are organized criminals.
That's right.
Accused of being a part of a citywide robbery pattern.
Migrants preying on vulnerable New Yorkers in New York City. Over 60 victims committing crimes as robberies, grand larcenies, purse snatches.
Pix 11 News, the only camera inside as police plan and prepare.
And this is only one gang that got taken down. What they found is frightening.
Police say a ringleader of the group has been recruiting migrants who recently arrived in the city to do his dirty work. He even had a so-called inside man able to hack into cell phones.
Believe it or not, that he has his own IT guy in there, apparently, breaking into the phones.
Police also believe the group is responsible for committing violent crimes.
They're using stolen mopeds to ride up behind innocent New Yorkers. We're not going to tolerate this. This is an organized criminal enterprise where these cell phones are being stolen from orders.
Police arriving to this apartment building on Bronx Park East before sunrise Monday, where the suspects allegedly rent rooms inside an apartment. Once police hit the apartment door, they say the migrants inside immediately tried to get rid of evidence.
I'm sure they did.
Stolen cell phones out of their apartment window. So far, this group is accused of at least 62 crimes. Police are also looking into whether or not the men seen on this surveillance.
So, okay. Gang activity here has gone through the roof over the last 2 years. And this crime that happened with this Border Patrol agent, it's the same pattern of crime we've been seeing for a long time. It's been tolerated in New York because nobody here wants to do anything to the actual criminals. This guy had a massive rap sheet all over, not just New York, but the entire country. And what happened? Sanctuary jurisdictions let him off the hook. Had this person been put in jail the first time they did something wrong, the second, third, fourth, fifth offenses never would have happened because they would have lost their freedom. But not only has New York City proven itself incapable of taking away the freedom of criminals who put our entire city in danger, they're also incapable of dealing with moped-related crime. They tried to pass a law that said that every purchased moped had to be licensed. But that law is useless when criminals are out there stealing these things from each other. They go up to a parked moped, break into that thing, and boom, they've got themselves a set of wheels that they never even paid for. That's all they've done, and it's done nothing. We've got this crime happening all over town, and it's only getting worse.
All those places, of course, have the same kind of sanctuary policies where these criminals commit crimes and they don't turn them over to the federal government, so they keep committing those crimes.
Yes.
But there's been a lot of success over the past 6 months since Trump took office. Border encounters have plunged to 93%. Over 10,000 abandoned migrant children have been located. Migration through Panama's Darien Gap is down 99%, and more than 300,000 illegals have been arrested. 70% of them who had criminal charges or convictions. But this success has come at a pretty steep price.
Yes, it has.
There's been an 830% increase in assaults on ICE agents compared to the same time last year. And this comes as federal authorities arrest a man in Ohio for allegedly making terroristic threats to kidnap, assault, and murder.
So people like this guy here that just got arrested, they're going to think that these illegal migrants who attacked an off-duty Border Patrol agent are heroes. They will now aspire to be like them, and they are proud of who they think are their brethren. They are brethren because they're all criminals together doing something terrible like this. And this guy right here could not have gone on his crime spree immediately after arriving in America illegally had he not come to a place that enabled him to do that. Guy got arrested and released more times than most of us had ever even been stopped for a speeding ticket. It says here in 2024, he was arrested for allegedly assaulting a pregnant woman. Let that sink in. This guy and people like him are not here to make America a better place at all. At least that's what it looks like to me. What do you think? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.